Mona, as mums, as entrepreneurs, as businesswomen, how can we say no and feel good?
As you mentioned, as women, we carry so many roles. We're a wife, mother, entrepreneur. And for me, myself, whenever that I want to commit to a project, I remind myself that I'm taking away some time that I could spend on my business or spend with my family. So is it really worth it or not? And that allows me to put things into perspective and be selective.
Yeah.
So even if you don't feel good for saying no, at least I don't feel bad about it. I don't feel guilty. I know that my time has been spent on something that I truly love and I'm very passionate about.
Yeah, because I know at times when I've said no, and I've definitely worked on it this year more, being able to say no, to be conscious that I've said no and I'm not going to feel guilty about that. But to be honest, it's really only come because I've really defined what's important to me. Do you think that women need to, or it helps if we can take the time to define what areas are important to us?
When we have our own goals and dreams, our own objectives cleared, and we have the planning, we know exactly where we are heading to. And for that, we need to focus and concentrate on the things which have priority, because we can't do everything at the same time. So you have to choose and selective and choose the best ones that can help us, our family, and the people who are around us. So definitely, yes, planning and having our knowing our priorities is very important.
Because I can remember times in my life when I have said yes out of obligation. It's turned out that I've actually, and it's been a learning, but it's turned out that in 6 months' time I've actually had to turn around and say, look, I can't commit to this project. And you feel worse later when you actually let people down.
That's very true. And one of the things is that sometimes, because as women we're very emotional, and we love relationships are very important for us, which is great, but maybe to some extent, because sometimes we value other people's feelings more than ours. So we think to ourselves that if I say no, they might take it personally, they might become upset, which is certainly not true. So if we explain to them the reason we can't commit to that project. So for example, for me, I always allow myself to ask them to give me some time to get back to you. And I think about it, how much time and energy it needs from me to complete that project versus results. And then I go to them whether I can commit to it or no. So this makes it much easier for me to decide on and choose the projects that I'm really passionate about, and I know that I'm most productive.
Like for example, when I invited you to be part of this series, you said to me, I'll let you know. So you obviously went and checked your diary and looked at what you had on your schedule.
We have back-to-back events this month, so I didn't want, although I love to be part of the program and I really wanted to do it, still I needed to check and make sure that my priorities are set. And definitely then I said yes.
Yeah. So for women who want to live their dreams, what advice can you give to them to empower them to say no and feel good?
Dreams are very important. And I think, as you mentioned, knowing our dreams is the first step.
Yep.
I'm realizing the power of dreams more and more. And the reason that they're so powerful is that they help us clarify what is it that we exactly want in life. Because usually we know what are the things that we don't want. And we know that, for example, we are not happy at that job, and we know that these are the things that we don't want to do. But the important is to know what is the ideal job, what is the ideal daily routine, what is it that exactly makes us happy. And when we have that clarity, when we clarify what is it exactly that we want, it also motivates us to work so hard to get there. And the formula of action and passion together is so powerful that there's no way we don't get where we want to when we put so much hard work behind it and we put all our heart into it. And also this formula creates a magnet that provides us with all the resources that we need to get there. So as a first step, I think it's very important that we even write down, or at least have a very clear visual of what is it that we want, where is it that we want to go to get there, and then automatically it makes us passionate, and when we put hard work also behind it, you will definitely get there.
So to summarize, you would say define your dream, know the consequences of saying yes, and then feel good when you say no.
Definitely.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jen.
As women, we are emotional. We sometimes value other people's feelings more than our own and find ourselves doing things we really don't want to do. The ability to say no and feel good is a challenge that many of us face, even more so with parenthood.